Welcome in, welcome in. Um, I am actually about to go to bed, but there were certain thoughts that just came to me that I felt like sharing with you ladies before calling it a night. That's why I decided to go live. I was going to create a video, but then I just thought, let me just go live, see who is online, who is available, and just be with you in this moment. So tonight I want to talk about the 5 power moves that powerful women are standing, that they are busting in 2026 to stay ahead. You know that on this channel, we are about your bag, we are about your health, your wealth, and your happiness. That is what my channel is based on. That is the foundation of this channel. I'm always going to be encouraging women to prioritize their health, their wealth, and their happiness, especially as it relates to work, relates to money, relates to our beauty, relates to our style and opportunities that are open to us. That is what I am always going to be about. Um, I know that I have shared it on the channel before that I know I have shared on the channel before that I have worked in the corporate for like 15 years now, 14, 15, and I have been through the grind. I had a terrible burnout, I had a terrible crash, and then I had to come back home to myself. Come back home, reconnect to myself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So that was what prompted the pivot in my content from just talking about styling and beauty to going deeper. I have worked with different clients, women especially over the years, as an image consultant. I have seen different wardrobes. I have put different outfits together. I have helped so many of my clients over the years to put the right and aligned wardrobe together for themselves and to also make the best of their wardrobes. But my conversations with those clients of mine over the years actually show that a lot of us women have deep-seated issues that goes beyond we have deep-seated issues that goes beyond the surface of wanting to look a certain way. So, without further ado, with all of that introduction, it's been 3 minutes already. Let me get into the 5 power moves that if you implement them today, I can assure you 100% that your money will transform, your beauty will transform, your energy will transform, your work, your mindset, everything will transform. The first move is your skills. Women are, from my experience as a talent manager, because I have worked in the corporate as a talent manager, which exposed me to different women at different levels within the corporates before I started my coaching consulting business. I have learned from that experience that even if you cannot be a full package without honing your skills as a woman. You have to come correct, meaning you either have to learn a skill, upskill, or reskill for you to make the kind of money that you want to make the right way. I'm going to break that down. Let me break it down for you for my own understanding and personal experience. Um, Talking about skills is not just about, I'm not talking about just the hard skills. I am also talking about soft skills. Soft skills meaning your communication, soft skills meaning the way you talk, soft skills meaning your ability to manage your time, soft skills meaning your social skills, your manners, your etiquette, the way you carry yourself, the way you conduct yourself in interactions with people. Soft skills meaning your ability to negotiate, your ability to manage conflicts when they come up. You are not the type of woman that people can just be triggering anyhow. You are emotionally regulated. So you are emotionally regulated, you are spiritually grounded, and you know your onions, you know your whatever it is that you are about. You are actually maybe not an expert, but you do know what you are doing. Please, if get out of this live stream, if what I am discussing here, what we are talking about here, does not apply to you, please use the door. Thank you. Get out of my chats, please, and thank you. So back to what I was saying, you have to hone your skills if you want to get ahead in 2026. The world is shifting so fast. When it comes to work, the type and kind of work that you want to devote yourself to, that you want to commit yourself to, you have to, if not one of the best, you just have to devote yourself to honing that skills to the extent that you will be paid effortlessly. No one is going to pay you if you are not skilled in one thing or the other. When I was going to start my content creation journey, which was about 5, 6 years ago, I didn't know how to do a video, and I'm still not an expert at creating videos. I did not know how to edit. I had to learn how to edit. I didn't know how to script. I had to learn the skill of scripting. I didn't know how to do any research. I just thought I could just up on the camera and just talk, until I had to also learn how to do the research before scripting, before filming, before editing, and then posting and scheduling if there is a need for that. So those are different skill levels. Those are different types of skills that if you want to concentrate on them, if you want to focus on them individually, you can actually be paid for that alone, for each of those steps in the creative process, in the video creation process. You can be paid if you develop a skill along those lines. But I didn't know how to do all of that at the beginning. So I had to learn, I had to teach myself. I was coming with the corporate boss babe idea that I could just come on YouTube and begin to make money. No, it doesn't work that way, or experience has taught me that it will not work that way. So women who are going to excel, who are going to get to the bag, who are going to stay glowy and beautiful in 2026 will have to master certain skills. You have to be skilled. It cannot just be about your physical beauty. You have to be skilled. Even if you are going to be beautiful, staying beautiful also requires skills. You still need to skill up, or you need to reskill. If you don't know how to do your makeup quite well, you might have to learn how to do certain makeup to be able to present yourself well. So it's going to be all about skills, and skills if you want to get ahead in 2026. Things are no longer the same. So my encouragement to you ladies is to bust that power move by acquiring one skill, learning one skill today, even if it is the skill of speaking, the skill of speaking, skill of writing, if it is reading skills, because not a whole lot of people even know how to read properly. Let me use that word. And I'm not talking down on anyone with this. I am simply speaking to our ability to read and actually be able to digest what we have read without disruption or interruption, is what I am talking about here. So it's it's either you learn one or two skills for you to get ahead, or you stay where you are. The world is going to move ahead anyways. The world is going to do what it will do. So you might as well position yourself to succeed. You might as well position yourself to be at the receiving end of the bag. That's what I am trying to say. So, ladies, learn one skill. I just used content creation as an example. I am skilled. I am a skilled woman. I have years of experience as an administrator, as a talent manager, as a people manager, as an image consultant, and I have picked up different transferable skills over the years based on those experiences that I have accumulated. So I didn't just go through those jobs. I actually learned one or two things from them. And those are the skills that I have been able to pick up together and that I am using, in fact, using in my YouTube channel, my YouTube journey right now. I use those skills in my coaching business as well. So go ahead and learn one or two skills if you want to get ahead. Successful women don't sit without any skills. Beauty, there's only so far your beauty can take you. You have to add depth to that beauty. That's what I'm trying to say. Skill number two, I know I still stayed so long on that first move. The second move that successful women stand in 2026 to be able to move forward, to get ahead, to get into the 1% is not perfecting, is mastering your style. Your style is a huge part of your personal brand. I have done so many videos on this channel talking about personal branding, because it's important whether you are creating videos on YouTube or you are a business owner or you are a professional. You are always going to be creating impressions. You are always going to be meeting people. Your reputation may even precede you. Your reputation may precede you. People would have heard about you or would have made certain judgments about you before you even open your mouth. This is real. I have conducted interviews in the past. I have been part of hiring teams in the past. So I know what I am talking about when I keep hammering on you presenting yourself, mastering your style, mastering your presentation, your grooming, your hygiene. These are all important, and I am not paying lip service to this. I promise you, I am talking about this from a very real, genuine place of care because I want you to succeed. I want you to be happy. I want you to succeed. That is what I am about on this platform. The women in my community are women who are heading somewhere, and if you have a certain outcome in mind, a certain result in mind, you have to be able to use your outfit, your outlook to achieve that. That is what strategic women do. If you want to present yourself powerfully, fashion is a very powerful tool that you can use to shape your brand, to shape perception, to sway decisions in your favor. I promise you that this works. If there is any aspect of your styling that is giving you issues or that makes you feel insecure in some way, it is better to address it. It is better to look at it. I have been an image consultant for years, both professionally and personally. I consult for individuals, and I also do the same in the corporate. I teach on communication, I teach on grooming, I teach on hygiene, I teach in the corporate, I teach about presentation, especially at the executive leadership level, because the executive presence is everything. But what I have learned over the years, apart from teaching at executive level, with working with women one on one who are looking to turn their wardrobe around to their own personal advantage, is that you have to understand your body. You have to know what works for you. What is your body type? You are not dressing for another person's body, you're actually dressing for your own body. That is a power move. It is one of the things that move you ahead in life, understanding your body and what fits that body of yours, not what you think another person should be wearing or what you think looks good on another person. What actually looks good on you, your colors that complement you, silhouette that works for you, patterns that works for you in particular, style that actually meets you where you are now. Because if you are dressed any which way, you are presenting yourself however, whichever, your results will show. I have been part of hiring teams. I have done interviews virtually throughout my career, and I am still doing it. So I know that your dressing, your presentation, I know that it goes a long way in shaping people's thoughts and perceptions of you. It is that simple. So go into your closet today and start decluttering pieces that you know are no longer serving you. You have to let them go. Look at your current lifestyle or look at where you want to be. Do the pieces you have in your wardrobe, will they get you there? If they will not get you to where you are going, then you need to let them go or push them to the side and bring in pieces that will actually support your journey, pieces that will support your growth, clothing that will support your advancement. And I am not just talking about business and career here, I'm also talking about your personal life. I'm talking about your energy. If those pieces that you have in your wardrobe do not support your energy, your energetic signature, your blueprint, your energetic blueprint, the way you want to feel in your clothes, then you have to let them go. If they don't support your joy, if your style doesn't support your happiness, you have to review your wardrobe. You have to look at things again. It is time to do an evaluation. And this is not about putting any pressure on you. It is just real life here. I am being genuine and I am being real with you here because whatever I am sharing with you on this platform, these are things that I am practicing in my own real life. And these are some of the advice that I give to my clients in the private coaching session. So it is not just about you piling pieces, clothing, items into your wardrobe. Are those items supporting your journey, your growth journey, where you are heading to? Do they support your happiness? Do they support your health? There are certain pieces that you put on your body and you just feel down. There are certain pieces that brings out the energetic, the effervescent, the happy part of you. So you have to be able to curate your style and your wardrobe to support your goals, to support your results, to support your life, to support your joy, to support your happiness, to support your North Star. That is the way I see it. That is what has worked for me in my experience. And so it's a very, very huge power move when you begin to look at your clothing not just as clothing, you begin to look at them as part of your support tools, as part of the tools that help you to get to your destination in the right way with the right people on the right path. Because if your clothing are not aligned or matching where you are going, they are going to serve as another level of sabotage for you. That is self-sabotage. Imagine you have an interview, for example. I'm just using this as an example. Imagine you have an interview and you can't find anything in your closet to present you powerfully the way you want to be perceived. Imagine that your wardrobe cannot do that for you at that particular moment. That is a lost opportunity. It becomes a lost opportunity because you are not prepared to meet that opportunity. When I am talking about feminine joy, feminine wealth, feminine health, receiving is a huge aspect of embodying femininity. If you cannot receive, receiving meaning that you are prepared, your preparedness, your readiness to receive whatever God has in store for you, whatever the universe is bringing to you. Part of that preparedness, part of that readiness to receive is you ensuring that your wardrobe supports your goals, support your feminine lifestyle, support your feminine objectives. because you can't claim to be ready to receive when you are not doing what you should be doing on your part to support that manifestation. If you, for example, you are trying to manifest something consciously, you have to put yourself in a position to be open and to be ready to receive your goodies when it come, or when they come knocking on your door. And part of that preparedness is you ensuring that part of that preparedness is you ensuring that your style is actually your wardrobe is actually ready to take you to where you need to be or where you want to be. Your wardrobe is set, is ready. Whenever your opportunity come, you are ready. And that's why I'm always talking about staying ready, so you don't have to get ready. You have to stay ready for opportunities. So that power move that you have, that I am encouraging you to start busting, to start working on from today, is your wardrobe. It is a huge game changer. I remember when in my 20s, when I used to dress any which way, anyhow, my opportunities were anyhow as well. I remember how far and wide my peers at the time, how far how fast it was for them to climb the ladder, the corporate ladder at the time, because I was a corporate baddie. Trust me, I was focused on the bag, on my career. But because I wasn't dressing the way I should have been dressing, my wardrobe did not support where I wanted to go. I could not rise as fast as those other women, not because I wasn't as intelligent as them, but visibility requires you to do more than just the intellectual work. There is also the physical aspect of growth, the physical aspect of climbing the ladder that you have to also put your focus on. You have to get your wardrobe correct. When you are dressed a certain way, you command the room in a certain way. People react to you in certain ways. It is just the way it is. Some people promotion when promotional opportunities come up, especially at the at leadership level, your visibility, your presentation, your overall presence, they all matter. And even when we leave the work setting, when we come home, let's come home in your personal space, the way you dress yourself up determines the energy that you carry around with you, even at home. And so, even when I am at home, I'm always going to look my best because I want to be ready for my opportunity or opportunities when they come knocking. Mm-hmm. So that is the second power move that successful women are busting, that they are standing in 2026. If you want to stay joyful, you want to stay abundant, you want to attract all the goodies, and you want to stay ahead of the game, you have to take note of your styling. And under styling, I'm going to be talking about your beauty. I'm referring to your hygiene. I'm referring to your grooming. I have a video somewhere on the channel where I did a tutorial on how to walk in high heels, because high heels are a major part of the package. I'm not saying that you still cannot command certain attention or get into certain rooms in your flat, but I'm just saying that it's part of the package when it comes to styling and presenting yourself. So, number one, we've spoken about your skills, learning a skill and mastering that skill. Number two, you have to master your style. You have to be adept. You have to just master your style. The third, let me look at, okay. The third power move that successful women, powerful women are stunning, that they are busting in 2026 to stay ahead, to get ahead, to stay abundant, is prioritizing their sleep. Sleep. We all know that sleep comes with a lot of benefits. I'm talking about your regular sleep, 6 hours at the minimum or seven. I don't joke with my sleep. In fact, I stopped taking on gigs, jobs that will interrupt my sleep patterns, because a lot goes on, a lot a lot begins to fall off when you stop sleeping, or when you begin to interrupt your sleep. Sleep is part of um our beauty routine. That's the way I see it. Sleep is a huge part of our beauty routine. So women who are trying to get ahead, who are trying to get things done, who are trying to get to the bag, who are prioritizing their joy, their happiness, they take out time to sleep, to rest. I have made so many videos about resting on the channel. And for me, resting is not just about sleeping, it's about prioritizing moments that bring you moments that bring you calm. That's the way I see it. It's about getting out of your head. If you're an ambitious woman like myself, and you have so many, or you are goal oriented and you are always about one goal or the other, it's important to take out time to rest, to just sleep. And if, for example, again, maybe you have issues with insomnia, or you just don't get to sleep early, I have learned to set my alarm to sleep, and nothing gets in between myself and my sleep, because I know how it affects my productivity, it affects my output, it affects my joy, it affects my energy. When I don't sleep, a lot of things fall apart. Apart from myself, my brain, my energy, my body crashing, there is also so many other things that need my attention that will have to fall on the side because of that, because of the lack of sleep. So sleep is a power move. We all know when you are well rested, you make cleaner decisions. Your decisions are clean, they are clear. That fogginess of that comes from not sleeping, that mental slowness, that mental sluggishness that comes, the physical symptoms that we experience when we don't sleep. We all know that. We all know that. I'm sure one of you ladies have at one time or the other have moments where you didn't sleep the way that you should have, and you know how this affects your internal world and your external world. So why won't you take out the time to just sleep it off? I have stopped waiting for a period where, I'm sorry for the background noise, please. Apologies. I had to wait till night before going live. Still, the noise is coming in. Okay, back to the video. So, what I'm trying to say in essence is you taking out the time to rest, to sleep. It is important. I used to be that woman that would sleep very late, and it was affecting so many things. It affected my physical health, affected my mental health, affected my emotional health, affected my health. It also affected my social as well. It affected my money because I couldn't think of money making ideas because I was always foggy. I was always tired. So, how do you get to the bag? How do you make money? How do you look beautiful? How do you cultivate those lovely relationships when you are not well rested, when you are not in the best physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual state possible to nurture all these aspects of your life, just because you cannot find the time, or you just because you do not prioritize your sleep. So for me, it's my sleep and nothing else. Once it is time to sleep, nobody should disturb me. It is on DND. My phone goes on DND. I have affirmations that I listen to, subliminals that I sometimes listen to, that just ease me into the dream world. So to say, so I'm just encouraging you ladies to prioritize your sleep, to in fact put it at number one. I don't know who told us that resting is laziness. There is time to work and there is time to rest. Life itself is made up of polarity. So why would you be on one spectrum, meaning you are always producing and you are not creating time to rest? That's what I'm trying to say here. So let us create the ritual, whatever ritual that you need to put in place for you to be able to have that adequate sleep and rest, your beauty sleep. You have to put those rituals in place. I just told you, once it's about 7 a.m., 7 p.m., rather 7 p.m., 7:30, I'm already rounding up for the day, for the night. By 8:30, I am on my bed listening to my subliminals, listening to those slow songs just to put myself in the mood to wrap up my day, in the mood to sleep. So you are not doing anyone any favor by living a sleep deprived life. And I know that as ambitious women, because we're about our goals, sometimes we may want to overdo things. And part of that overdoing is us losing sleep hours. We would walk into sleep hours. In fact, I stopped taking on any job that will interrupt my sleep. I'm not going to sacrifice my sleep for any work. And it is one of the reasons why I will always encourage women in my community to do work that they care about for people who also care about. Because if your clients care about you, they would know, they would understand your boundaries. So if those boundaries are there, that this is when I cut off, this is my sleep time, this is, nobody will come and start trying to test you on that, because I know that people will try to test you. People will try to test you to see if you would cave in. So it's on you to stand your ground and establish your routines, establish your boundaries so that you'll be able to get adequate sleep to enable you stay alert, stay joyful, stay happy, stay productive, and get to your North Star in one piece. Because I know that I was shattered. I broke into a million pieces when I had my terrible burnout. Because as a workaholic, as a woman who is goal oriented, logic ruled, you want to do so many things at the same time. And sometimes trying to do all those things creep into your sleep hours. So, women, I'm encouraging you, prioritize your sleep. Okay, that is that on the third power move. It's a power move for you to be in control of your sleep hours. Yes, that's the way I see it. So, power move number 4 for 2026. If you are an ambitious woman, you are a goal oriented woman, you want to grow, you want to glow, you want to prosper without self abandoning, you have to put your standards forward. Know what you will accept, know what you will not accept. Put that in writing just in case anybody wants to test it. Put your acceptables in writing and your unacceptables in writing as well. For example, with your style, you know what you will wear, you know what you will not wear. With your beauty, you know what makeup you would, product you would buy, you know the ones that you would not buy. Those are your standards. For your work, for example, you know what clients you would want to work with, you know what clients or which clients you don't want to work with. So once you set your standard, they become the foundation for everything that happens with you, with your life. If you lack standards, you will accept anything, you will tolerate anything. And women without standards are women who are struggling to stay afloat. They are women who are struggling to be joyful. They are women who are struggling to be happy. They are women who have no boundaries. They are women who are struggling to make money. They are women who struggle to stay beautiful. Because let's talk about it, let's break it down. Your money, You are not going to make money in certain ways. Trying to make money in ways that deplete you, that drain you, that exhaust you, that just breaks you down in different ways is not sustainable. And I'm always saying it on this platform that my major focus is helping women to build wealth, helping them to build brands that they don't need escape from. Because if you are busy building a brand that is draining you, that is exhausting you, depleting you, you would look for an escape. You wouldn't want to do that work. It is that simple. So once you set a standard for yourself that this is the level that the level of work that I will do, this is the level that I will never get down to. It is what it is. Those are your standards. And I am not talking about societal standards here. I'm talking about your individual standard as a woman. You know yourself. You should know your limits. When you have that self-knowledge, you would know what triggers you and what doesn't. You would know where you want to play and where you don't want to play. I am assuming I am talking to grown women here. I am talking to adult women, grown women. Those are the women that I am assuming that I am talking to. So if you're a grown woman, I'm assuming you already know what your standards are. And if you don't know, you have to sit yourself down and ask yourself certain questions to be able to know what those standards are. Because without standards, it becomes difficult to get your results. Without standard, it becomes difficult for you to stay happy. You are not happy with your work, you are not happy with your style, you are not happy with your beauty, you are not happy with the money that you are bringing in, you are not happy with your life in general. And how long are we going to stay in that unhappy mode? Powerful women who are busting powerful moves understand that they have to set standards with how you spend your money, how you make your money, standards with what you will adorn yourself with, your beauty rituals. You don't joke with them. These are your standards. Your style, the way you style yourself, what you put on your body, the pieces that you put together, the way you take care of your body, your grooming, your hygiene. You do not negotiate all of that, all of those self-care activities, your maintenance, you don't negotiate them with anybody or anyone because those are the standards for you. So my encouragement for you right now in this moment is to start asking yourself questions around what is draining you. Because if anything is draining you, depleting you, exhausting you, you need to remove that particular trigger or that particular thing from your existence. Or you need to reduce the friction. So your standards are not negotiable. These are what you will do and these are what you will not do, whether it is around your work, your money, your beauty, your style. You know what you want and what you don't want, and nobody should be fixing their lips together to tell you what it is that you should be doing or that you should want as a grown woman. That's what I'm trying to say. So that is power move number 4 that I am encouraging you to start start working on. If you are not already working on it, start working on your standards. Nobody should be able to come into your business and tell you whatever without consequences, because that is what standards are all about. If they do not meet your standard, they don't get access. You are not open or available to everyone. I am always saying it. You cannot be everyone's cup of tea. You can't be everyone's cup of tea. You have to set your own rules, set your own bar, and stay on it. You have to stand on business. A lot of us women crumble. We shrink. We withdraw. The moment someone tries to test our confidence, our self-assurance, we crumble, we shrink. They want to test your assurance in yourself. They want to test your self-trust, and then you crumble because you want to maybe people please, or you want to let the feathers be without ruffling. But you cannot have standards without ruffling feathers, because some people will want access to you, unearned access to you, and your energy is not something that is endless. Your energy is not infinite. You can only spread yourself so thin. So standards is important if you want to stay ahead in 2026 as a powerful woman, as a feminine woman who is about her joy, who is about her happiness, who is about her beauty, who is very committed to making money her own way. So standards are important. The last move, we're already 41 minutes into the video. The last power move that powerful women are standing in 2026 to stay ahead is what, ladies? Guess. Let me see what the chat is saying. I'll soon come back to the chat. The last power move is stillness. Stillness, just being. I mentioned it earlier that you cannot always be in the go 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 mode. There's no way you will always be in go, go, go mode. It is not sustainable. What I encourage on my platform is sustainability, profitability, magnetism, joyfulness, meaningfulness, and profitability. Those are the qualities that I talk about when I am talking about a meaningful brand, about building a brand that is aligned with your design as a woman. And so you cannot build that joyful, meaningful, magnetic, profitable, aligned, and sustainable brand or life for yourself without having moments of stillness, moments where you are just moments when you are maybe just sitting down quietly reflecting, or moments where you are just sitting with your thoughts. A lot of people find it difficult to be alone, to just be with their own thoughts. Something must be happening at the background or at the back end or somewhere. No, you have to create moments of stillness. You have to embrace solitude, because in the solitude is when certain information will reveal themselves to you. It is when you are in solitude, in stillness, when you just drop everything and just calm down, turn off your phone, all the notifications, turn them off, get off grid, and just be with yourself. For example, for myself, I take out time sometimes over the weekend, 2 days, to just go into the countryside where I live, go into the countryside where everything is quiet and I can just be with nature. I can just listen to nature, just watch nature and be with my thoughts. And those are the moments that sometimes I get some of my most brilliant ideas, because nothing is interrupting my thoughts. You can take out time to meditate. I am not a good meditator yet. I'm not going to say that I am an expert at meditation, but I do know that I deliberately and intentionally go out of my way to have quiet time to myself, just so I can be still. Because I have a very busy brain. I am neurodivergent as well. And sometimes the way my brain work, I just need those quiet moments when nothing is distracting me or nothing is robbing me in certain ways. I just want total quietness. So solitude, being in solitude is not the same as loneliness. It is not the same. If you want to stay ahead in 2026, you have to create pockets of stillness. Even if you have the most busiest schedule, You still have to have moments of peace, moments of quietness in your day. For example, I remember then when I had this huge, big corporate role that I had to play, I had to go out of my way back then to have different pockets of peace during the day just so I can get a minute to myself. I can catch my breath. Because a lot of things will slip through the cracks when you don't create the time for stillness. Stillness will help you to get into the best physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual state possible for you as a woman. It gets you in tune with your body, it gets you attuned to your mind, it quiets your mind, it quiets your spirit, your soul open up. So, stillness is a power move for powerful women in 2026. You have to cultivate stillness. You have to cultivate it because, to be honest with you, if you live in the hustle and bustle of a city, it can be difficult to have those quiet moments to yourself. But you have to just get intentional about it and know that, okay, maybe on so day at so time, I will do this just to be by myself, listen to my thoughts, do some reflection, and just be with yourself. Stillness, again, can also be about spending time doing things that you enjoy, because stillness can happen when you have been putting your time into activities or interactions that take so much out of you. So sometimes just engaging in your hobbies, maybe gardening, maybe just cooking, listening to your favorite music, etc. Those are also stillness practices that you can incorporate into your day to day. They are also still, because when you are doing something that is just an hobby to you, that is not taking so much out of you, that is pleasurable, that is joyful in that moment, you are focused on that, you are tuned into that moment, you are present in that moment. So that is another perspective of stillness that I try to also practice in my day to day as well. So having those alone time with yourself, solitude time with yourself, just enjoying your own company and doing nothing, because for me sometimes I may find myself going to my hand moving to my phone just to see what is happening and all of that on the internet, and before you know it, you are sucked into another rabbit hole. And so for me, my notifications are off, my phone is unreachable, and I am just with myself. Sometimes I may choose to read my favorite books, some of my favorite books. I may choose that moment to just do that. Or sometimes I'm not doing anything, I'm just sleeping. And if I am not sleeping, I am just sitting down, just listening in the quiet. So, powerful women, ambitious women, goal oriented women, feminine women, if you want to get to the bag, if you want to become more joyful, more expansive, more open to receiving, more abundant, more joyous, more healthy, you must cultivate stillness. That is the last point that I want to share with us today. So, a quick recap of the five skills, the five S rather, that powerful women are standing in 2026, five power moves. A quick recap of everything that I have shared. Number one, I mentioned what did I mention? Let me check the charts before I do the quick recap and then get off this live. Okay, let me see. Oh, all right. Thank you, thank you. Thank you all for joining. I know it's impromptu, but I just had to share as the message came to me. And I am praying and hoping that this message lands safely with you wherever you are. So, a quick recap of the five power moves that powerful women are standing in 2026. to stay joyful, abundant, and healthy. Number one is your skills. Learn a skill, master your skill. Any skill that you know will get you from where you are to where you desire to be. Learn a skill. Number two is your style. Master your style. Styling meaning your beauty routines, your grooming, your hygiene, your pieces, matching your pieces, your colors, your patterns, understanding your body, and using that to get to your goal. The third move that you can bust in this moment to get ahead in 2026 is around your standard. Standard is very important. We've spoken about it. You know what you want, you know what you don't want, and you stand on business. Number four, your sleep. Don't joke on your sleep. Don't sleep on your sleep. Nobody, nothing, no job, no human being, no nothing should be taking your sleep away from you. If it hampers your sleep, it has to go. If they hamper your sleep, they have to go. Then the last one are your what? The last one are your standard. I think I mentioned standard already. The last is your standard. I mentioned skills, sleep, your style, your standard, and your socials. Socials is also very important. You have to master your social elegance. Social elegance is important. Know how to conduct yourself, how to move yourself, how to talk, how to speak, how to do everything you can to win, to win in your style, to win in your beauty, to win with your in your work, to win in your career, in your business, in your life. So those are the five power moves that powerful women are busting and standing in 2026 to get ahead. To get ahead, to stay joyful, to stay abundant, to stay happy, to stay, you know, to stay getting the bag, because it's important for us to be sovereign. It's important for us to build brands that we are proud of. It's important for us to wear clothing items that we love and that love us back. It's important that we prioritize our sleep. It's important that we prioritize the skills that will help us to generate this income, this money that we are talking about. And it's important for us to have standards in place that will enable us to stand on the business, to stand on the path, to remain stoic, so that we'll be able to withstand the challenges that will come with trying to achieve some of these goals. You are going to grow. There's no doubt about it that you are going to grow, you are going to glow, and you are going to prosper. Those are my prayers for you tonight, wherever you are watching from, wherever you are listening from. Those are my prayers for you. My prayer is for you to continue to keep growing, to keep glowing, and to keep prospering, because we are women who are ambitious. We are women who are feminine. We want to be happy. We want to be joyful. We want to be healthy. And we want to be prosperous. And those are not too much to ask for as far as I am concerned. As far as I'm concerned, those are not too much to ask for. Your happiness is important. Your joy is important. If anyone is telling you that it's silly to want to be happy, it's silly to want to be joyous, or it's silly to want to have money, to be rich, to be the rich auntie, the rich princess, the rich woman, it is just, it's important that we prioritize all of these. If anyone is telling you that it's silly to desire all of this, it's silly to want to be beautiful, it's silly to want to have money, it's silly to want to be happy, it's silly to want to do work that you care about, then you can leave them where you met them. Leave them where you met them. Everyone is not going to get it, and that is fine. Everyone is not going to evolve with you. That is also fine. Everyone is not going to move with you. That should be okay. As long as whatever it is that you want around all these areas that I mentioned, your health, your wealth, and your happiness, as long as your desires are yours, and the actions that you are taking are aligned with those desires of yours, that is what matters. It doesn't matter what any other person think, because they are not in your head. They don't have your vision. They might not see what you're seeing, and that is okay. You don't have to force anything or anyone, is what I am trying to say. You deserve your joy, you deserve your happiness, you deserve your abundance, you deserve your money, you deserve your beauty, you deserve everything that you desire. Yes, you do. And for me, it is not enough to desire, it is about taking actions that match your desire, action that get you moving in the direction of achieving or getting to your outcome, your desires, your results. That is what matters for us over here. And that is what I have been going on and on about on the live for the last for the last hour. So I guess this is where I'm going to wrap it up. If you are interested in joining our Glow Up community, the Thriving Feminine Collective, link to join us will be in the description box below. And if you are wondering what we discuss in the Feminine Collective, the Thriving Feminine Collective, we talk about our health as women, because health is wealth. We talk about wealth, making money, and keeping money. We talk about our happiness, your hobbies, your interests, your passion, things that move you in the direction of your joy. Because for me, joyful women go ahead and do great things in life. Joyful women stay beautiful, they stay glowy. So we are always talking about beauty rituals. We are always talking about how to stay beautiful, how to be more beautiful. We are always talking about how to get more skilled. We are talking about how to improve our style, how to improve our soft skills, our hard skills, depending on where we are. So it's a collective of women who are ambitious, who are goal oriented, and who wants to still live the soft life, because you don't have to give up your ambition to live a soft life. And you do not have to give up the soft life because you want to pursue your ambition. That was what necessitated me creating the Thriving Feminine Collective. Wherever you are, at whatever stage you are in life, you will thrive. You should try. You must thrive. That is it for me. So if you are interested in joining that community, we are always talking about money, always talking about beauty, always talking about style. We are talking about our work, how we can improve with our work, whether we are business women, whether you are in business or you are a professional in a career. Those are some of the topics that we delve into in the community. And for me, on a one-on-one basis, if you want to work with me on a one-on-one basis, I focus basically on majorly on professionals, entrepreneurs, creative. I'm talking about women here who are interested in creating personal brands online or offline that specifically aligned with their unique design. So your unique design as a woman, your human design, your personality, your purpose, your passion, your gifts, your talents, your expertise, your skills, your values, your experiences, your stories. Those are different pathways to make money as a woman. Your beauty, your expertise. So those are different pockets of monetization pathways that you can take as a woman to build a personal brand that is joyful, that is meaningful, that is magnetic, that is authentic, aligned, profitable, and sustainable. Because sustainability is key. Whatever brand that you are building, it is important for you to build it in a way that is sustainable for you as a woman. So those are the intricacies that I help my clients to work on in my one-on-one coaching session. And I also, while of course we know that building a personal brand will require you to do both the inner work and the outer work to get your results. So that is it for this live. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you all. I hope this message lands safely with you. I hope it resonates with you, today's message. And I will see you, ladies, in the next one. Until then, stay feminine, stay confident, stay aligned, stay joyful, stay grounded, stay abundant, and keep blooming. May you always believe in yourself. I love you all so much, and I am rooting for you. Mwah. Bye.